My name is Rapoyam, Associate Professor, Government College for Women, Kolar. So, continuation of the video session, Electrochemistry 2 chapter, final BSc, 5th sem, it belongs to paper 6, Physical Chemistry, and Bangalore North University, session number 12. Today's topic is determination of EMF of a cell using compensation method, and how to determine the E0 value for zinc and copper electrodes, and liquid junction potentials, and different types of electrodes. So after the session, students should know how do you determine the EMF of a cell, what is the cause for the liquid junction potential, and how it is eliminated, and what are the different types of electrodes. Then before starting this topic, you know what do you mean by electrodes, electrolyte solution, and a liquid junction potential, and preparation of salt bridge, and cell reaction. So first, determination of EMF of a cell by Pojandor's method. During the passage of an electric current, the EMF of the cell gets altered due to internal cell resistance and polarization of charges. Hence, the EMF of a cell cannot be determined directly by a voltmeter. However, it can be measured accurately with the help of potentiometer. In this case, we measure the external potential difference required to stop the passage of current in the cell under examination. Since during the measurement of EMF, no current is flowing through the cell, the above two mentioned sources of error are eliminated. This is the figure shows that how do you determine the EMF of a cell by compensation method using potentiometer. So A and B are the two ends of the platinum wire, and E is the source of battery, and X is the experimental cell, and S is the standard cell, and G is the galvanometer. So for this, the instrument used to potentiometer consists of a wire of AB of uniform diameter having high resistance. The two ends of the wire are connected to a storage battery E having a constant and larger EMF than the EMF of the experimental cell. Point number 3, the cell X, whose EMF to be determined, is also connected to A. It is positive pole of storage battery is connected to end of A of the wire, and also positive pole of the experimental cell X at the same end A. The other terminal negative of the cell X is connected to a galvanometer G and then to movable contact. The storage cell E sends a current through the galvanometer in the direction opposite to that in which current is sent by experimental cell X. By moving the movable contact to and fro, the position of contact is adjusted that no current flows through the galvanometer. That is, galvanometer shows zero deflection. When null deflection occurs at C, find out the distance AC is measured. The distance, what is the distance between A and C? The null deflection is then measured by replacing the X, the experimental cell, by standard cell, that is Western cadmium cell, whose voltage is 1.018 volts. Let the distance be find out AD in this case. Hence, we can observe that the EMF of the cell X divided by EMF of the cell S is equal to potential difference between AC divided by potential difference between AD. EMF of the cell X is equal to AC by AD into EMF of the standard cell, that is Western cadmium cell. So EMF of the cell can be determined, you know the distance AC, you know the distance AD, and Western cadmium cell. By knowing EMF of a standard cell ES, we can calculate the EMF of the cell EX. Next one is determination of E0 value for zinc and E0 value of copper. Zinc electrode is coupled with SHE and the cell is represented as That means in order to determine the E0 value for zinc electrode is coupled with the standard hydrogen electrode, it forming a cell. Then the determination of EMF can be determined using compensation method. That means left hand side is zinc electrode and right hand side is hydrogen electrode. These two electrodes are connected by means of a salt bridge. So the cell reaction is represented as zinc rod is placed in zinc sulfate solution, its concentration is 1 molar, and platinum wire is connected with the hydrogen gas, its concentration is dipped in H+. So the two electrodes are separated by means of a salt bridge, that is a double vertical line. The electrode reaction is Zn goes into the solution, it forms Zn2 plus 2 electron, that is LHS oxidation. 2H plus 2E gives hydrogen, RHS reduction takes place. The cell reaction, cell reaction Zn plus 2H plus gives Zn2 plus H2. The EMF of the cell is determined using potentiometer. Based on the compensation method, the EMF of the cell is found to be 0.76 volts. So from this, EMF of the cell is equal to E of right minus E of left. So EMF of the cell is determined 0.76. E of right is standard hydrogen electrode. E of left is zinc. That is E of SHE is 0. Standard electrode potential of hydrogen electrode is taken as 0 minus E of zinc. So E0 for the Zn bar Zn2 plus is equal to 0 minus of 0.76, that is equal to minus 0.76 volts. This is E0 value of a zinc can be determined. The zinc electrode is coupled with the standard hydrogen electrode using compensation method. Second one is the determination of electrode potential of copper. Similarly, when copper electrode is coupled with SHE and the cell reaction is represented as first hydrogen electrode is the left side is coupled with the copper electrode by means of a salt bridge. So H plus its concentration is 1 molar and contact with hydrogen gas contact with the platinum electrode. Copper is placed in copper sulfate solution, its concentration is 1 and these two are separated by means of salt bridge. The electrode reaction Cu2 plus 2 gives Cu, and second reaction hydrogen gives 2H plus and 2E. That is RHS electrode reduction takes place, LHS is oxidation takes place. So overall reaction Cu2 plus H2 gives Cu plus 2H plus. Copper is a positive electrode potential, then the EMF of the cell is 0.34, can be determined using compensation method. EMF of the cell is equal to ER minus E left. That is 0.34 is equal to E right. Right means copper minus left means SHE. So E of copper minus SHE is 0. So E0 for copper Cu plus Cu2 bar is plus 0.34. Liquid junction potential. Liquid junction potential occurs when a solution of different concentration is contact with each other. The more concentrated solution will have the tendency to diffuse into a less concentrated solution. The rate of diffusion of each ion is proportional to speed of the ion in electrical field. If an anion diffuses more rapidly than the cation, the concentration solution is positively charged with respect to the dilute solution and vice versa. This will result electrical double layer at the junction of the two solutions known as liquid junction potential. It is defined as electrode potential developed at the point of junction of two solutions due to potential difference. The liquid junction potential occurs due to ion transfer. When two solutions of different concentration come in contact with each other due to the potential, a potential is developed. That potential you call it as liquid junction potential. Elimination of liquid junction potential. LJP, liquid junction potential, interface the accurate measurement of EMF of cell. Therefore, it should be minimized. That means it interferes the EMF of cell. It can be eliminated or minimized as far as possible. The common method is to place a salt bridge. consisting of a saturated solution of potassium chloride, ammonium nitrate, or lithium acetate between two solutions. And such bridge is used, the ions present in the bridge are in large excess and they carry almost whole of electric current across the boundary. The efficiency of the potassium chloride, ammonium nitrate, or lithium acid is the fact that in these salts the transport number of both the ions are same. Transport number of these electrolytes are same. Cation is equal to anion or Ta is equal to Tc. So such salts can be used for preparation of a salt bridge. Next one is types of electrodes. One is metal ion electrodes. It consists of a metal dipping in a solution of its own ions. The electrode is reversible with respect to its own ions. Example is zinc rod is placed in zinc sulfate solution and copper rod is placed in copper sulfate solution. Number 2, metal insoluble salt electrode. It consists of a metal and a sparingly soluble salt of the metal and the solution containing same ions. Example, Ag bar AgCl, Pb bar PbSO4, Ag bar AgBr. Ag bar AgCl electrode consists of a silver wire coated with a silver chloride placed in the solution containing chloride ions. Gas ion electrode. It consists of a gas bubbling in the solution containing its own ions in which a gas is reversible. Since gas is non-conducting, it is bubbled and inert metal surface like platinum. An equilibrium is established between the adsorbed gases and its ions in the solution. Example for this is a higher standard hydrogen electrode. Another one is a chlorine electrode. Redox electrode, the metal which is capable of existing more than one oxidation state forms redox electrode. The electrode potential is due to the tendency of the ion to pass from one oxidation state to another. The example for redox potential is Fe3 plus bar Fe2 plus. Another example is stannous and stannic. So for summary of this session is how do you determine the EM of a cell by compensation method, and using compensation method how E0 value for zinc and copper electrodes, and what is liquid junction potential, then how it is eliminated, and there are different types of electrodes. So for this session some simple questions is asking. One is give an example for gas ion electrode. There are 4 answers: platinum electrode, zinc electrode, copper electrode, and chlorine electrode. For this answer is D, that is chlorine electrode. Next, question number 2, inert value for Zn bar Zn2 plus is A is minus 0.76, B is 0.34, C is equal to 1.1 volts, D is plus 0.76 volts. Answer for this question is A, that is minus 0.76 volts. Question number 3, liquid junction potential can be eliminated or minimized using A is meter bridge, B is salt bridge, C is Wheatstone bridge, D is none of the above. For this question LJP can be eliminated. B is the answer, that is salt bridge. Number 4, if the salt bridge is removed from a working cell, the voltage is A increases, B decreases, C drops to 0, D may increase or decreases. Answer for this question: when salt bridge is removed, C is the answer, it drops to 0. Question number 5, a saturated solution of KNO3 is used to make a salt bridge because A is velocity of K plus is greater than that of NO3 minus, B velocity of NO3 minus is greater than K plus, C velocity of both K plus and NO3 minus are same, and D is KNO3 is highly soluble in water. So answer for this question, KNO3 is used as a salt bridge. C is the answer. Velocity of both K plus and NO3 minus are same. That means the transport number of K plus and NO3 minus same, carries equal current and equal speed, or you can say velocity of both K plus and NO3 minus are same. This type of salts can be used for preparation of a salt bridge. So at the end I will given some references given below. So this is the end of the session number 12. Thank you.